Left your sweater on my chair. Still smells like your shampoo, like last year. Coffee cup stain on the windowsill. Lipstick ghost, but the room stands still. Took down our pictures from the fridge. Tiny holes along that silver ridge. Dust in the sunlight, slow and straight. Everything quiet, but everything changed. I hold my breath, try not to move, afraid I'll bump into the shape of you. Every silence hums your name to me, like you never really had to leave. Everything breaks eventually, even the parts you swore were steel. Every forever falls apart, every promise shows the rust. You were my one exception. See, thought we were stronger than the real, but glass hearts crack, then hit the street. Everything breaks eventually. Your old playlist on the passenger seat keeps skipping on that song we used to repeat. I drive in circles just to pass your block. The red light holds me like a ticking clock. Your voicemail saved in my phone. I press play just to know I'm not alone. You say my name like it's still July. Then the beep cuts in, and so do my eyes. I talk out loud inside this car, answering questions from a fading star. Even my shadow looks lost with me, half of a picture that used to be. Everything breaks eventually. Maybe love is built to bend, till one small secret snaps the end. Maybe hearts are meant to bruise, so we remember what we lose. I trace the letters of your name on a fogged up windshield streaked with rain. They drip and vanish in the glare, like you were never even there. Everything breaks eventually. fading gold on the windshield glass. Sun sinking like a secret. We were never meant to pass. You traced maps on my shoulder, drew a future in crooked lines, said we'll outrun every winter. I believed you every time. Empty cans on the dashboard, tickets crumpled in the air vent. You laughed, said we're getting older. I said this is time well spent. But every mile wrote a warning. In the fog on the inside pane, your name in a shaky circle. Then my thumb turned it into rain. Dead eyes on the horizon. You were here, then you were gone. Like a town with all the lights out, that we still keep driving on. I keep talking to your ghost there, in the rear view of my mind. Dead eyes on the horizon. You get smaller every time. We fought soft in the kitchen, using silence instead of words, plates, not voices. We're shaking, both of us already heard. You stared right through the evening, like you'd fallen behind your skin. I kept asking dumb questions, just to hear you breathe again. You mug cold on the counter, steam died before it even rose. You said I can't feel the future, and my chest just stayed composed. All our photos on the fridge door, curling up at the paper edge. Every promise like a splinter, pushed too deep to be a pledge. Dead eyes on the horizon. Replay that last December, parking lot on the burned out sky. You said someday you'll forget this. I said nothing, let it lie. Now I live in every rerun, all the jokes, all the stupid fights. Scroll your face in grainy pixels, turn the brightness down at night. If I drive far enough, do you get your color back? If I turn this car around, do we fix what we both cracked? Dead eyes on the horizon, fading gold on the windshield. Your name caught in my throat. I keep chasing where you vanished, till the road just turns to smoke. Dead eyes on the horizon, and I still can't let you go. You left your sweater on my chair, still smells like your shampoo, like last year. Coffee cup stain on the windowsill, lipstick goes, but the room stands still. Took down our pictures from the fridge, Tiny holes along that silver ridge, dust in the sunlight, slow and strange. Everything quiet, but everything changed. Oh, I hold my breath, try not to move, afraid I'll bump in the shape of you. Every silence hums your name to me, like you never really had to leave. Everything breaks eventually. Even the parts you swore were steel. Every forever falls apart. Every promise shows the rust. You are my one exception. See, thought we were stronger than the real. The glass hearts cracked, then hit the street. Everything breaks eventually. Your playlist on the passenger seat keeps skipping on that song we used to repeat. I drive in circles just to pass your block. Red light holds me like a ticking clock. Your voicemail saved in my phone. I press play just to know I'm not alone. You say my name like it's still July, and the beat cuts in, and so do my eyes. I talk out loud inside this car, answering questions from a fading star. Even my shadow looks lost with me, half of a picture that it used to be. Everything breaks eventually. Cold room, half lit, your coat on the chair. Coffee gone bitter, clock blinking 2 a.m. in the dark. I still hear your laugh in the hallway, fading like steam on the mirror. but I stayed silent in my part. Our plants on the windowsill, leaves curling, turning brown. Knew before I ever did, this house was slowing down. You trace the crack in the ceiling, like a map we'd never finish. Every promise we were building, now just dust we never wished for. I still keep your mug in the cupboard, dripped on the handle, lipstick on the rim. I pour water out at midnight just to watch it circle drain, like all the tiny careless words that carved your name into my shame. Your sweater hangs by the doorway, sleeve touching my old coat. Two ghosts leaning into each other, still posing for a joke. I wear it when it's raining, let the tear stains blend with gray. Smell a memory of your shampoo and pretend you just walked away. Frost on our final kiss, I felt the seasons closing in. Every heartbeat turning thin, breaking under your lips. You are already gone by then. Eyes like early winter wind, frost on our final kiss. You let the ice sink in. You asked, will you remember me when the colors leave the trees? I said, I don't have a choice. My answer caught between my teeth. Now every street is a replay, every song a sinking ship. Your name stuck in the space where my tongue still shakes and slips. Frost on our final kiss. I talk to the cracks in the ceiling, ask them where you hide. I breathe out your name in the silence, watch it vanish in the air, like fog on a winter window, like you were never there. First note falls like dust on a quiet room. I press play on the past, let it all consume. Your sweater on the chair, cup ring on the nightstand, every little ghost still reaching for my hand. I scroll through the photos, afraid to hit delete. Your laughter in the speakers knocks me off my feet. I still talk to your side of this empty bed. Every creak of the floor repeats what we said. I've tried to drown you out with all these lonely sounds, but every chord I'm playing brings your memory back around. I'm buried under the sound of everything we were. The echo of your name is louder than my words. These melodies keep dragging me down. I'm sinking, I'm sinking, buried under the sound of you. We wore out that record till the label turned gray. You dance in the kitchen, bare feet, bad days. Now the needle keeps on skipping, like my chest when I breathe. Your favorite little lyric still cuts right through me. Friends say you'll forget her, like that's something I can choose. The silence feels like panic, so I turn you up as proof that a part of you is living in every broken tune. This playlist plays my secrets, every track leads back to you. I'm buried under the sound of everything we were. The echo of your name is louder than my words. These melodies keep dragging me down. I'm sinking, I'm sinking, buried under the sound of you. Turn the volume down, but you're still in the room, in the hum of the air, in the dark of my blue. I keep chasing the quiet, but it always breaks until you're saying my name right before I wake. If healing is silence, then what do I do when every little silence just rings with you? I'm buried under the sound of everything we were. The echo of your name is louder than my words. These melodies keep dragging me down. I'm Every shadow says your name. Coffee ring still on the table, half-read book on the floor, sweater on the chair back like you might walk through the door. I'll talk to the empty air, ask how we got here, replay all the tiny cuts that grew into this tear. You said it's not sudden, I've been fading for a while. I heard the words but not the warning, took your silence for a smile. Torn open by the quiet, by everything you didn't say. Every pause became a fall line, running underneath our days. Torn open by the quiet, by the spaces where you breathe. Now the loudest thing inside me is the echo. You needed me. I scroll through old conversations, see the blue ticks I ignored. You type then stop then disappear. Little storm never stopped. I held on to your bright days, skipped past all the rain. You were drowning in the deep end. I was waving from the sand. You said I'm so tired of explaining how I feel. I laughed it off like it was nothing, didn't think the cracks were real. Torn open by the quiet, by everything you didn't say. Every pause became a fall line, running underneath our days. Torn open by the quiet, by the spaces where you breathe. Now the loudest thing inside me is the echo. You leaving me. Now I hear what I never heard then. Oh, your soft goodbyes, hiding in the wind. Every late night it's nothing or something breaking in your chest. I turned up the laughter to drown out your stress. If I listened to the shaking of your hands, would you still be here, or was this always the plan? Torn open by the quiet, by everything you didn't say. Every pause became a fall line, running underneath our days. Torn open by the quiet, by the spaces where you breathe. Now the loudest thing inside me is the echo. You leave me. Room feels bigger since you left it, but the silence, where's your face? I keep talking to the quiet, hoping it will speak your name. Fingerprints on the window, coffee stains on the floor, your sweater on the chair. You might walk in the door. We used to dance in the doorway, half a song, and then get lost in talk. Left our shoes in the hallway, took the long way on every walk. Now I'm staring at your handwriting on a list you never finished last July. Trying not to read between the lines, but every bullet point says goodbye. You said love me in the moment. I thought moments never end. Now I'm scrolling through the silence, looking for my oldest friend. Slow fade up forever. You were color, now you're gray. Every promise, every Polaroid, washing out day by day. I still reach across the mattress like your warmth might be there. Slow fade up forever. You're gone, but you're everywhere. Found the ticket from a movie. You cried quiet through the final scene. Said the ending felt too honest. Now I know what that was supposed to mean. Your toothbrush waits in the bathroom like a question that I can't erase. I keep passing by your picture, turning every mirror to your face. I replay the smaller moments, all the things I never said. You were humming in the kitchen, I was somewhere in my head. Slow fade up forever. Maybe love is just a hallway, every echo just a trace. All the light we left behind us, still reflecting off this place. I keep talking to the shadows, like they might answer me back. Every memory a matchstick, burning out, then turning black. Slow fade up forever. Finger on the light switch, room waiting to go dark. I could stay here in a half floor, step out, save my heart. But I stand between the shadows, let the colors drift away. Slow fade up forever, till you're just another day. Quiet room, half-lit walls, your name still on everything I own. I still hear you in the hallway, bare feet on cold wood floors. You laughed about my old records, said they all were too sad to adore. Now I'm humming those same torn chords, tracing circles in the dust. Every frame on the dresser feels heavier than us. You left your mug in the sink, yeah, lip print fading by the day. Funny how the trivial details are the ones that never slip away. I pour water, watch it overflow, like all the things I never said. Every silence I kept between us keeps replaying in my head. Can you feel it? The ache behind my words, all the things I never said, still echo, still hurt. If these letters reach you, would you read between the blur, past the lines, past the verse, to the ache behind my words? Scroll through the photos at midnight, your eyes keep catching mine. We were leaning on cracked brick walls, thought that moment froze in time. You were chewing on your loose sleeve, trying hard not to smile too wide. Said promise you won't forget me. I laughed and swore with all my pride. Now I rehearse our last argument like a scene I can't recast. Every gesture, every side glance, how you folded when I snapped. I was louder than my reasoning, too afraid to say I'm scared. You were softer than my stubbornness, you just needed to feel I cared. I held back every I need you, like it made me weak to bleed. The strength is just a quiet truth you let somebody else see. Can you feel it? The ache behind my words, all the things I never said, still echo, still hurt. If these letters reach you, would you read between the blur, past the lines, past the verse, to the ache behind my words? I talk to the ceiling like it's some kind of priest, confessing to the shadows all the worst parts of me I play. Both sides of the dialogue, your replies inside my mind. You forgive me, then you leave again on a loop I can't rewind. I loved you in the quiet, more than you ever knew. But my pride built up a distance. You thought you had to push through. Can you feel it? The ache behind my words, all the things I never said, still echo, still hurt. If these letters reach you, would you read between the blur, past the lines, past the verse, to the ache behind my words? I sit where you used to curl, mouth full of unfinished sentences, heart full of your old world. If you ever start to wonder, if you ever doubt your worth, play this back and you'll uncover the ache behind my words. Room feels bigger since you left it. Every shadow says your name. Coffee rings still on the table, half-read book on the floor. Your sweater on the chair back, like you might walk through the door. I talk to the empty air, ask how we got here, replay all the tiny cuts that grew into this tear. You said it's not certain, I've been fading for a while. I heard the words, but not the warning. Took your silence for a smile. Torn open by the quiet, by everything you didn't say. Every pause became a fault line, running underneath our days. Torn open by the quiet, by the spaces where you breathe. Now the loudest thing inside me is the echo of you leaving me. I scroll through old conversations, see the blue tears I ignore. You tight and stop and disappear. Little storms I never saw. I held on to your bright days, skid past all the rain. You were drowning in the deep and I was waving from the sand. You said, I'm so tired of explaining how I feel. I laughed it off like it was nothing. Didn't think the cracks were real. Torn open by the quiet, by everything you didn't say. Every pause became a fault line, running underneath our days. Torn open by the quiet, by the spaces where you breathe. Now the loudest thing inside me is the echo of you leaving me. Now I hear what I never heard then. All your soft goodbyes hiding in the was nothing, was something breaking in your chest. I turned up the laughter to drown out your stress. If I'd listened to the shaking of your hands, would you still be here? Or was this always the plan? Bigger since you left it, but the silence, where's your face? I keep talking to the quiet, hoping it will speak your name. Almost a lullaby. Found your note folded in my jacket. Smell like rain in late September. That crooked heart you always drew beside your name. Faded in, but the ache remembers. You left your sweater on my chair, sleeves still roll the way you wear it. Coffee stain in the shape of a cloud, I trace it like a habit. There's dust on all the picture frames, but I still know each frame by heart. I talk aloud to empty rooms, like maybe you're just late, not gone. The same old floorboards still complain at night. I know every creak, like I knew your side. Keep the porch light burning way too bright, telling myself you just lost your way. This time, your name in the wreckage, spelled out in the glass and the gravel, every little letter cuts me when I try to unravel all that could have been. All the nights we burned and we bandaged, your name in the wreckage is all that I can manage. Your voice still lives in voicemail. I hit replay. then hit replay again. You laugh about the traffic and say you're almost at the end. The map's still pinned above my bed with circles round the towns we chased. We never reached the ocean line, just drove in circles round our fate. Same old record, skip where you'd sing loud. I leave them spinning just to feel you around. I wear your bracelet till the beats turn black. Tiny ghosts of fingerprints digging in my wrist, pulling me back. Your name in the wreckage. I still sat out your side of the sink. Your toothbrush waits, but the color's bleeding. I still check every mirror I pass, half expecting your reflection. Breathing, I keep your key on my ring, so it rattles when I'm running away. Every step on this broken street spells your name in a crooked way. If I sweep up every shard, do I sweep you from my life? Or do I let the mess just stay, so I can say you're still inside? Your name in the wreckage.